Alright, here we are. It's the next day. I've got my new heat tape, which is right here. That's my heat tape that I'm going to put over that line down there. I got my wrap, and I got my foam tubing. So, I got it pretty much cleaned up. I'm going to clean this side up real good, and then it runs up into there. And there's the shut-off valve. So I am going to go ahead and get this thing done. When I get it all done, it'll run over there to that crock. And there's the water meter over there, as you can see, because I'm on the other side of the house, and then the crock. So I'll show you a little bit of how I do it once I get started. Alrighty. Okay, I am back. This is day 4, and as you can see, this was all open bays. They are all now sealed. I can zoom down there for you. All the insulation now is in place. It goes all the way down, clear to the back door of the trailer. I showed you the outside of the trailer earlier in one of the videos. But yeah, this is exactly what you want to do. You want to staple that up in there. Okay, now the tarp that I'm using, it's not much different than what's hanging down right there. That's real thin stuff. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and I've got some really tiny holes right there in my ductwork. I don't know if you can see them or not, but I can. And what I'm doing is let me back out here. I'm putting some good old dad's duct tape on those, on my ductwork. Ductwork's still good. It's just got some little tiny surface holes I want to cover up before I insulate that. And then I'm going to start tarping this all the way down and cover all this up. So basically what I did was I filled each bay with insulation, and then I ran these lengthways to cover up all the pipes that I insulated with the polyurethane foam wrap, tube wrapping. So not only are the water lines protected now with a good tubing over them, I have insulated each bin, and then I've ran this the distance of about 35, I figure it's about 35 feet, maybe a little more. And I've stapled them up to the joists, and then I'm going to create my tarp and wrap from over there. It'll go down underneath the ductwork, of course, and tie in over there. And I'm using those joists right there for the tarp to lay on. That's what they've originally got them laying on, so I'm going to go ahead and let them lay on that, and that'll hold my tarps up. But as you can see, day 4, and making progress. Earlier I said I was going to show you some of that heat tape, but it was so cramped back here by the axles, I really couldn't get any good footage of it. But the heat tape basically is just you put the heat tape around the water line to the crock, you tape it on there, and it runs. They all run different. Some of them will run the width of the trailer on the rear end, or some of them will only be like 5 feet. But unfortunately mine was 19 feet long, so mine was a little more in depth. And then you run your tubing over that. After you've taped everything on it, run your tubing over it, and it lays on the ground. But the heat tape's done, so now I am basically just working on I'm going to work on these ducts. Like I said, I got to do some duct tape, and then I'm going to start putting my vapor barrier up, and hopefully have this big section done, which has been a pain in my hind end for the last 4 days. But as you can see, we're making progress, and I will start showing you some more videos once I start tarping it up, and it will look really good. Alrighty, I'll get back with you. Alright, I've got the first piece of this in. It's about twice as long as this one, but it's the tarp that's going to go up underneath. it'll go underneath the insulation, protect it from water and damage. The other one I would say is probably, oh Lord, about another 10 foot longer. It's already in place, and I'll show this all to you once I get, yeah, I could show it to you here in a minute, but anyway, I'll show the whole thing to you here in a second, guys. Alrighty, I'll be back. Alright, as I promised, and I said I would have this pretty much done. Now you notice how it drapes down. It is, I've got it down there to the exit on the toilet, and it drapes down just like I said it would, and it's insulated up in there. As you can see, my vents are gone. They're all covered up. Let me zoom out. All right, and I will push up on it for you and show you how I ran it, and it goes all the way up in there as well, all the way. So yeah, that's basically it. I don't know if you can see me pushing up on it right here, but yep, that's what it does. It hangs down, and right there's the beams that I ran it up under. Those run about every 6 feet to 8 feet, depending. And it is looking good, looking real good. Got the insulation there, got everything wrapped. Ductwork, like I said, ductwork's covered again. But that's what it should look like when it's done. Now I've got about another 15 feet back here at the back to do, but I'm going to hold off. I ran out of material. I gotta go pick up some more material, but just right there at that white pipe is where I need to start off and finish up. I've got about 15 feet to go, and this bad boy will be done, except for that spot back at the back bathroom I showed you. But yeah, got the heat tape in the other day. I think I mentioned that. But yep, this is what it's supposed to look like. Sorry about the lighting, sorry about how dark it is. But yep, it's supposed to be just what you see is how it's supposed to look. No different. And the spot under here to crawl is about 2 block high with some shims on it. That's all I've got. 2 block, as you can see, 2 block. But yeah, this was remember, this was all open. You could see the floor and everything. So I've been running these in 6-foot sections, and on the beams I have overlapped, as you can see right there, overlapped, and one goes under the other one, and they both tie into that beam cross member. And then like I said, it's supposed to hang down. It's not supposed to be uptight, and that's full of insulation, as you can see there, how it rolls up on the sides. And I'm quite happy with it. It's looking better than I thought it would look. But like I said, a lot of work, excuse me. I wouldn't suggest doing this if you're out of shape. I'm not in the best shape, but I can't afford to have someone come in and do it. A contractor would just play havoc with you. All in all, the materials I've got invested is, see, I've got about 7 rolls of R13 fiberglass. And then I've got, I'm going to have 7 rolls total of 10 by 25 heavy gauge plastic. And then of course you're going to want some strips of wood. They have to be able to bow. Let's see, I've got a heat tape in there. I would say about $150 worth of material. and then my own labor. So it's something that you would want to think of doing before you crawl into something like this. I've seen trailers lower. I'm not a small guy by any means. I'm hitting 286 pounds and I am under this thing, and I'm just beside myself. But like I said, you know, it can be done. It is a job. It's a hard job. And but like I said, I made this so people could understand pretty much what they have to do if they ever face this. You want to clean all your bays out, and then you want to run new insulation, staple everything up in there, then get you a really heavy gauged plastic. And this stuff is heavy. And then you start weaving it in here like you would weave a basket, basically. And staple it up. A lot of stapling under here, folks. But it'll pay off in the long run. But anyway, I'm going to quit jibber jabbering. This is about 5 minutes in. And I'll get back with you. I've still got a lot more to do. I would have shown you step by step on this, but it's really hard to work a camera and try to get this stuff up here, because like I say, it was laying all over me and I was pushing it up to get it fastened. So I will show you some more as I go, and hopefully this will help. All right, see ya.